Hi, this is Jared and Carrie, and we are back at the venue at the bridge with the Light Up the Night tour, and we are going to talk to them about several topics. So, take it away.
All right, we're going to talk to the Few Ministry. You guys are the ones that put the tour together. So we have Melissa, Pastor Junior Ramos, and Jay Stella. How did this tour get started? Where did the concept come from?
Well, I think originally it came from there was a conversation between Jay and TSA to get together and collab on something and do something together. And as we formed the ministry, we knew it was the right thing to do, to get together with a couple other bands and just say, you know what, on one accord we'll come together and do what we're called to do. So I think that's when TSA has been on board since the beginning, and then as upon meeting veracity and seeing their hearts, I think it was just a great fit for us three to get together and do something.
Mm-hmm. And what's the goal of the tour?
Well, the goal of the tour is for one, it's right in the heading, Light Up the Night. You know, a little bit from Charlotte's testimony about being in darkness, and I think the tour, it's been pretty awesome because the name, first of all, came from Charlotte. The foundated scripture, which is Isaiah 9:2, came from Justin. So a collaborative mix of this thing has just been beautiful. I think our mission and what we're looking at doing is just bringing that darkness of separation and division and all that stuff out into the light and just really exposing it so that way it's killed.
Well, I like what you were saying. You were describing earlier how the show was going to work. Instead of all being separate and having your own sets, this was all going to kind of work together. Do you want to speak on what people can expect?
Definitely. It's going to be a lot different than what's usually experienced. I mean, usually you see three bands together and you see three different sets. But God has really placed it on our hearts to it's going to be one long set of the whole thing, and it's going to be a collaborative effort of all of us at once. And I know it sounds like a bunch of chaos, but maybe it is. Maybe it's organized chaos.
There's nothing wrong with that, as long as it's organized.
But we feel called to do something different, and I think the paths in our lives, each as individuals and as groups, I think have brought us to this point because we're sort of misfits. We're sort of out of the box thinkers, and I think we all fall into a big category of that.
I like the idea because it's more of like a variety show, you know. So it's not just let's sit and watch this band, and when they're done, we'll sit and watch another one. You never know what you're going to get. It's like it's a whole night of awesome variety, and we've heard some of you, and we've seen you guys before at was it Toby Keith? Yeah. You guys were sick. I mean, you guys were really good. I unfortunately wasn't there on the night you guys were, TSA, but she was, and she said a lot of good things about you guys. So
you guys, it was all about the story. Great music, but it was connecting with your stories and what you had to say for sure. That was a big part of the show as well.
So this will be that, on steroids, because you got the variety, and you also have, people connecting with people with certain stories and preaching. And then you have a hip-hop artist, which is going to be really cool. A lot of people are into that. It's huge now.
And he'll be collaborating with us on one of our songs.
Oh,
see, I like that.
Yeah. I know you said that you were a band of misfits all together, and I just think that you will fit in so well here, because that's one of the mottos of the Bridge, is the church for people that don't like church, Yeah. So we are so excited that Light Up the Night tour is coming to the venue at the Bridge.
Yep, and they're going to be here Saturday, January 31st. And the doors open at 6, and the show starts at 7. So make sure you come and bring some people with you, because you don't want them to miss out on this. It's going to be ridiculous.
Train rolling out, I got my ticket to ride.